Welcome to this Educating Pi video, which will guide you through making a connection to your Pi from a PC and show you how to run the project programs located on the Raspberry Pi. The introduction video has already shown you how to link the Raspberry Pi to a PC using a network cable and boot it up. So make sure you are at this point. To connect to the Pi, we need to know its identity. That is, something to tell the PC what to connect to. To make life simple, in IT terms, we use an identity called an IP address, which is a group of numbers separated by dots. IP addresses are used on the internet and other networks to identify computers, enabling them to link to each other. In human terms, it's a bit like using telephone numbers for one person to know how to contact someone else. All Raspberry Pis in the Educating Pi kits are pre-assigned a specific IP address of 192.168.1.111. However, for your PC to use this number, we have to make sure its own IP address is similar to that of the Pi. In human telephone terms, we make sure we are in the same area code. Let's look at how to change the IP address on your PC. Here we show step by step on Windows 7. Other Windows operating systems use similar methods, and a quick Google will show you how. First, go to the Windows Control Panel and the Network and Sharing Center. Next, go to the Change Adapter Settings, which lists the physical network adapters installed on your computer. You may have more than one adapter, so look for the one that shows as Connected and isn't a wireless adapter. Double-click the adapter to show the status screen and click the Properties button. Scroll down the list to find Internet Protocol version 4. Highlight this and click Properties. We then choose the section Use the following IP address. Now enter an IP address close to that used by the Raspberry Pi. For instance, I will enter 192.168.1.110. Make sure the subnet mask field is as shown. Once the IP address is entered, click the OK and Close buttons to apply the new settings. You can now close the other windows. I'll now introduce you to a handy tool called PuTTY. This is freely available to download from the internet. A link to the website is on the DVD, or it's easily found by Google. The PuTTY tool allows a quick connection to a device using its IP address and allows you to control that device using a command window. Once you have installed it, open the PuTTY program. You are then asked for the IP address of the device to connect to. So to open a connection to the Raspberry Pi, we enter its address of 192.168.1.111 and click Open. This starts a black command window requesting login details. The logins on the Educating Pi devices are preset to username of Pi and password of Raspberry. Once logged in, you are now in control of the Raspberry Pi. The Pi will now respond to standard Linux commands. There is a myriad of websites and books on learning the basics of Linux. I am just going to enter the command exit, which ends the connection to the Raspberry Pi. Now that you know how to make that initial connection, we shall look at how to make a remote control connection. That is, linking to the Pi as if we were using it with a keyboard, monitor and mouse, plugged into it directly. The Educating Pi Raspberries come pre-installed with a remote access service called VNC. We can use a corresponding client program on the PC to connect to the VNC service and control the Pi. We recommend a freely available program called TightVNC Viewer. Again, there is a link on the DVD to the publisher's site, or Google will rapidly find it for you. Once you have installed TightVNC Viewer on your PC, open the program and enter the IP address of the Pi. That is 192.168.1.111, and for this connection you add :1 at the end as shown. Click Connect and enter the Pi password at the prompt, which is Raspberry. This will open a desktop screen on the Pi. This is the Linux Raspbian operating system, which the Raspberry Pi uses. Now anything you do on this screen is actually being performed on the Raspberry Pi itself, so you are in control of the Pi. Have a good look around at the range of programs and tools which are pre-installed on the Pi. Now that you are in full control, we can look at the tools and methods used for running Python programs, and in particular the Educating Pi Python projects. On the Raspberry Pi, the most common program for writing, viewing and running Python programs is idle. The Educating Pi kit comes with the latest version of idle pre-installed. It is started using the icon idle 3. This opens a Python shell where you can write code directly or open and run an existing Python code file. Let's show you how to run the first line of code many people will write, printing the words "Hello World" on the screen. You can see that idle even guides you through the usage of the print command by giving the syntax options on the screen. So let's open up one of the Educating Pi project files. From the menu, choose File, Open and navigate to the Educating Pi projects folder. Let's start with the simplest project, Flashing LED. The Flashing LED project video will walk you through setting up the Raspberry Pi and the electronic circuit to run this project successfully. Once set up, open the Flashing LED Python file. You can now see the program code. Only a dozen lines of code are necessary to make this project work. Start the program by either pressing F5 or click Run, then Run Module, and hey presto, the program starts and the LED flashes. The screen tells you to press Ctrl and C to end the program. Ctrl C is a common method to terminate a running application in Python. Now let's close the Flashing LED code screen and open up a more advanced project, LED Dice. The project, once wired up, mimics the random roll of a dice, displaying the result on screen and as a simple LED display. You can see that there is now significantly more code necessary to make the project work. Again, a wiring animation and diagram are available on the DVD. So Run, then Run Module starts the program going. And immediately the first random roll, 2, is displayed on the screen and on the LED layout. The program asks you to roll again and away we go. A 4, followed by a 6. As per the prompt, we enter N to end the program. We have now finished with programs and can close the idle screens. Let me introduce other useful applications on the desktop. Firstly, the shutdown button. There's no prizes for guessing what that one does. And now the Pi's Linux terminal, which, as you become more accustomed to the Linux operating system, you will use a lot to manage and control the Pi. Start the terminal with the LX terminal icon, and straight away you can enter Linux commands. For instance, ls to list the contents of the current directory, or reboot to restart the Pi. Finally, close the Tight VNC window to end the connection session with the Pi. That concludes the demonstration of remotely controlling the Pi from a PC and running the Educating Pi Python project programs. From watching this video, the introduction video, and the project videos and animations, you should now feel confident to get your Raspberry Pi up and running, using it as a controller for a variety of electronic components.